Peace and prosperity to all. We back again, part 2 of the Chronicles. I got my main man with me, my brother, one of my influential
Let's get it.
leaders in the community. I don't know if I said it right, but whatever. One of my, many friends, my man JT, aka Mr. Real Estate, aka Mr. Cable Guy, BKA Homeowner, aka
Black Throne
Entertainment, mixtape on the way. Positive vibes.
It's so much going on, but you know what? The focus is economics today.
We're going to speak on economics, you know what I'm saying? I brought my brother out here because, like I said, he's a college graduate first and foremost. That's first. Educated black man from poverty, single mother,
still here.
Trial and error, he made it out. So what I'm bringing you is a product of not an environment, but of mentality. My brother Jamal. So I want to talk to the young brothers about economics. And, let's say brothers on the block getting drunk. I understand it. Brother hustling, getting a little money. What are some of the things you think he needs to know? First of all, what he's doing is wrong. He's up against the 8 ball. He feel like he can't figure it out. He feel like selling drugs is the only way. That's the life he wanted indulge in.
No.
He's making a couple dollars, but he has nothing to show for it. We should put some of that money out.
You know what? He need to starting to invest in, property. First and foremost, you know what? We all have a portfolio that everybody looks at. And you have to know that your portfolio has to be diverse. Like, like in stocks. If you're going to purchase portfolio, like you can have this amount in this and this amount of that, and everything is broken up into a pie. And now, if you look at it, most people who are living in poverty, they don't have that portfolio. They, if you're living as a renter for most of your life, it's okay. You're paying your rent on time. It's okay.
So a portfolio for a man or a woman, you're gonna say, for our people, is extremely important.
It's extremely important because what we traded in that we used to have like rest havens or whatever for our people. We don't even have a house that like to call our own. We're losing the properties that we have in our family first and foremost.
Now touch on that real quick, my brother, because that's something you said that really just sent a shock wave to my brain. Why are we losing houses in our community? Tell the people, why are we losing them houses? Is it due to poor education, mismanagement of money, or never knowing how to really keep the house in the first place?
Now, you know what?
Or is it generational failure?
It's not even generational failure because your great-grandmother did it. Your grandmother did it. Her mama did it. So it just comes down to this, behaviors. We have allowed certain behaviors into our life that become habit. And then once it becomes a habit, it becomes okay for you, acceptance, because certain behaviors don't, like, when a little kid gets his butt whooped, banks, we think that behavior is going to change because he is getting that response every time he does what he do. But if you're always okay in the behavior, and it's okay, you're going to accept it soon enough. So we have accepted so many bad behaviors, like welfare. We have accepted that.
So you think welfare cripples the people, even though we're not even the majority of the people that's on it?
I think that.
So you think public welfare from?
I think public assistance.
From our people.
Yes, I think public assistance. I think that our people. Like, even though we could use it, because they use it too.
Damn right you can use it.
You can use it, but I mean, no, I'm not going to deny welfare. I grew up on welfare.
I know.
I grew up on it. But what I mean at the end of the day is certain things that we pass down that is not, it's not correspondence of freedom to our, you know, to our success. Like, granted, if I'm passing down a house, yeah, that's cool. My child, he don't got to live in that house. He can just pay the taxes. He could rent it out and whatnot. But if I'm passing down Section 8, you know, I'm telling you, I got passed down Section 8.
My thing is with the house, right?
Living on Section 8 for years.
The reason I think that home ownership is important. Now, me and my brother Najee Car talk was a lot of times too. Everybody doesn't want a house.
No.
Everybody don't want the responsibility of owning a home.
No.
Everybody doesn't want the overhead that comes with having a house, because then when you get a house, you have to be accountable for what you spend, right? You have to be accountable for the outside maintenance of it. See, some people rent because it's safer to them. And I understand that too. But we're going to touch on the fact that having a house and passing it down is better than teaching your children how to be great tenants.
And the reason why is because at the end of the day, if they don't want the house, granted, they can sell a house and they can make money off it and then do something else. They can make another business venture if they want to go invest in stock with it, or if they want to go invest their money in a business venture that'll make the money. They can live it. You know, it necessarily is leverage. And the thing that we don't know as our culture is how to leverage debt. It's like, granted, you lose your house or whatever, granted, and I'm losing my property. I know I'm not making the payments, I'm late and everything. We don't know how to leverage the payment and then go put it into another family member's name and then help boost their credit. But we still stuck on, oh, I lost the house. We focus on the negatives more than the positives. So the way that I say that, we have behaviors that prevents us from moving forward. So granted, you could say that you have a house, you sell it, and you make some money off it. Yeah, that'd be a good step. But let's say you have a house, you hold it, you have your family events here. Let's say you have a property here. Let's say you have a property there. Let's say you rent it out as an Airbnb. Technology has changed, and with technology has changed, things do what? Evolve. So now you have the ability to do so much more as an owner, in the power in your hands. And so that's where economic comes from. Now, granted, all of those houses that's in North, those brick houses, or in Harlem, those Harlem houses that was sold for $100,000, whatever, and those people who sold it, those houses are now 1.5 million, 2.5 million on the market.
So what you're saying is as people, right, my brother, we have to see the long run. We can't want the instant gratification of anything. But which is hard because we've been so deprived of everything.
No, so listen, now granted.
So but before you get back to your point, I believe being that we've been so deprived of everything, right? So when we get money, our money, because they know what they did, they're geniuses. They deprive you of things. So when you get it, you want everything that validates you, not nothing that will foreseed you down the line, feed your family. You want everything that comforts you, because you already feel worthless as a person. You feel like, for example, you know what's sad? We don't feel worthless if we're not homeowners, but we feel worthless if we don't have a car. We don't feel worthless if we don't own a building, but we feel worthless if we don't have an iPhone. You know what I'm saying? I believe these things are put in play, put out here for us to say, you know what? You'll probably never own a house, but you somebody if you can pull out the iPhone 11. There's nothing wrong with nice things. Treat yourself. I do it. But I think what our point is that it's better to have stability versus instant gratification, because down the line, my iPhone, it's always gonna upgrade. You know, I can always upgrade the iPhone. Another thing is, we don't even have life insurance, but our iPhones have insurance, our cars have insurance, well, some of them. You know what I'm saying? People don't even have renter's insurance, but they have Balenciagas in their closet. So I think it's really psychological damage and warfare that we up against more.
I mean, it's the education and the mentality, because
the miseducation of the Negro is real.
It's the mentality. If you have a mentality to, be this flashy person. Like, I remember I was in college and this girl was like, "Oh, you got a flip phone?" Like, "Oh, that's booty." I remember I ain't even had no flip phone. I had some old grandfather Tom phone. Like, you know what I mean? I had to put minutes on it or something. She's like, "Oh, yeah, what kind of phone is that?" I was like, "I have $1,000 computers." She's like, "Okay, what about your phone?" I'm like, being me, I was like, I'm about to go buy this phone, and I went to go got a phone the same day. I don't even know about the phone no more. It broke or whatever. But at the end of the day, I bought the phone just because of that person, and I noticed that that person was in control of my destiny. And
But we want the youngest to understand this. You understand how it makes them feel when they feel less important.
less important.
Especially when you stuck in poverty, a lot of the things are not important to you because that's not glorified in poverty. Now, in other communities, everyone's son or daughter is passed down the house, so that's their phones, that's their cars, and our